Oh, look, y'all. Look at the puppy. What if I told you this little gal was up for adoption? About a dozen of you would be blowing up my Facebook page before I get off the air tonight to adopt it. Look, it's a little girl. What if I told you there are nearly 500,000 little kids just like Angela in foster care right now, and well over 100,000 of them waiting to be adopted? Let me check my Facebook page. No, you're not messaging me. I wonder why. Why do we get so giddy over helping a four-legged animal that's just going to pee on your couch? But Angela and the others wait some 3 years on average to find a new adoptive home. Angela was rescued by foster care, and tonight she humbly shares the kind of good stuff that sadly began with her being treated no better than a dog.
One time my biological parents were like fighting because I came out here and I like those little steps. I tried to like hide by the steps and like because I was scared.
It's a brave trip back in time for 15-year-old Angela Brewster.
The way they were treating me, I thought it was like love. She would hit me and then she'd be like, I love you. I don't know, I thought it was normal.
A trip from her new side of town to the old one.
A life where I was told, nobody loves you, you're stupid, and you'll never be enough.
An old life, sadly, that was headed for a quick dead end, just like the road her home sat on.
It was like on the side of the house, and I like caught a lizard, and I was like, oh, that's so cool.
She was just too young to realize it at the time. Angela and her biological parents moved to Bossier City when she was just a toddler. Too young to know what abuse is.
They would drink, and my biological mother especially, she would get mad.
But old enough to know something just isn't right.
She would pinch me and like slap me and like.
Once legal issues caught up with her parents, she was removed from that home. Her first stop.
I've got a lot of memories standing out here.
A place that must have seemed like a world away. But it was just 9 miles north on this one-block street inside one of these 3 homes built back in the 1980s for a foster care program called Bossier K.I.D.S. Incorporated.
All 3 of these homes were built through donations of good people here in the Bossier community.
As Bossier K.I.D.S. Ben Brewster sees it, certainly a unique approach to foster care. Rather than hunt for space with a foster parent for children like Angela, Bossier K.I.D.S. simply created their own space. These 3 homes, each with 5 bedrooms, with qualified foster parents living in them rent-free.
So they can experience all those joys of family, sitting around a dinner table together, a cul-de-sac where it's safe to go out on the street.
I would throw fits and I was angry all the time.
Angela admits just because she was now on a prettier street with prettier things, it didn't automatically fix everything. She was angry with parents who chose alcohol over love, angry with all the change, angry then confused when she first started receiving a different kind of love.
In church that day, I just heard like somebody loved me and somebody cared about me no matter what I did.
That church, Airline Drive Church of Christ, with Pastor Ben Brewster.
My wife and I, we didn't see ourselves doing foster care or adoption. We saw ourselves kind of as people who would pray for Bossier Kids, who would give financially to Bossier Kids.
That was expected, since it was Airline Drive that first began Bossier Kids back in 1984. The unexpected, the day when this pastor and his wife,
little 3-year-old Angela, never knew that she'd have a family one day that really loved her.
And this wayward little soul became more than just church family.
I was adopted on October 13, 2011 when I was 7 years old.
Yep, Pastor Ben, who was just trying to help the church keep a good thing going, became part of the good thing that makes it go.
The first time she called me Dad, I thought, wow.
Now 10 years later, Angela, a freshman at Airline High School, loves theater.
I like to play a part of someone else who doesn't have like my problems.
Problems, thanks to Bossier K.I.D.S., she says, has become inspiration and no longer doubt.
It's like Angela's always been a part of our family.
We thought that our family was complete, but we had a missing piece, and it was Angela.
There's no way in the world we're letting this girl go.
She was brave. She didn't give up. Little 3-4-year-old Angela just kept her head up and just kept on trucking along.
In the 35 years that Bossier K.I.D.S. has been up and running, they have cared for nearly 400 area kids in foster care. That's 400 in those 3 homes alone. They've had some very long-term foster parents there, which is ideal, stable for those kids to have the same adults.